Hi guys, how are you today? Me by myself here seated about to talk to you. I am doing fantastic and I am back with another amazing conversation, as we said, and I'll keep repeating this. Earlier on in the year, I promised that the conversations we're having here are just good conversations. Conversations that give us good feelings. We don't want to focus on the bad. Hapa, we only focus on good stories. And today I have a guest who's about to share with us her amazing story. And I don't want to give it away. She's about to share with us her amazing story. And I'm so looking forward to you guys hearing what she has to say. Because I'll give a backstory. Earlier on in the year, in February, I did mention about wanting to amplify or highlight men, women, and or organizations that are doing beautiful things for their community. People who are creating impact in their community. And I asked you guys to share with me anyone you feel you would like me to feature on our channel. And I received quite a number of emails. And I am so glad that finally we got to do this. That finally I am actualizing this thing that I said I want to do early on in the year. So one of those emails came from a beautiful lady called Grace Kainyu. Grace sent me an email about her mom. And I must say, that is one of the most beautiful emails I have ever read in my entire life. One of the most beautiful emails I have ever read in my entire life, because she had nothing but amazing things to say about her mom. And my guest today is Grace Kainyu's mom. Grace, Mungu akubariki. Thank you for sending me that email. So I don't want to say her name because I want to give her an opportunity to introduce herself. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for Mama Grace.
Thank you.
Mom, how are you?
I'm quite
Karibu.
well, thank you.
Thank you. Karibu sana.
Asante.
And thank you so much for agreeing to come and have a conversation with me. Courtesy of your daughter, Grace. She's amazing. So I would like us to start off by you introducing yourself. Tell us who you are, what your names are, and then before now we get to the reason why we are seated here today.
Thank you, Judy. I'm also excited and very happy to be here. This is my first time to be in the cameras and whatnot, and we had avoided the issues of camera and all. Maybe whatever the reason, I don't know. But here I am, and I'm happy and excited to be here. My name is Christine Kwene Muchongi. I'm 70 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Mom, okay, 70.
Yes,
Argue, okay, 70 years old.
I'm a young 14, 70-year-old. And a mother of 4, one daughter-in-law, 2 grandchildren, and very, very many sons and daughters that I live with. I worked as an accountant all my life. I'm a certified public accountant of Kenya. A practicing accountant. I manage an auditing firm. Though now most of my time has been taken by my retirement passion.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is what I want us to talk about. Mom, I'll give you a backstory. Kidogo, for why I am very... My soul is very happy sitting here with you. So when Grace sent the email, she mentioned quite a couple of things that you do, But the one thing that stuck out for me was the organization, Hope for Rural Widows Kenya. By the way, that one stuck out for me. And at that particular moment when I was reading the email, I can't say that I knew why. That was the thing that captured my attention. But as I got a bit curious and I decided, I want to know more about this organization for widows. So I started doing my research hapa na pale. And then because it got me very excited. So I was having a conversation with my husband. And come hey, there's an email here I've received, and it's so interesting that it's the first time I'm hearing of an organization that has a specific focus. And then when I mentioned the name of the organization, he was like, it's because you've been raised by a widow. And I was like, oh my God, that's the reason why it got my attention. So, Mom, my dad passed away when I was in class 6. So I have been raised by my mom, by herself, as a single mother of 4 children. By the way, when you mentioned you have 4, I was like, there's a similarity there. Yeah. So I am the second born in a family of 4. I have my older sister. Her name is Nimo. Then myself. Then there's Njesh. And then there's Kabag. We call him Kabag. Ni nickname. He's our last born. His name is Mike, but we call him Kabag. So when my dad was passing away, I was in class 6. So my older sister was in class 8. And then you can only imagine the Njesh and Kabag were quite young.
Babies.
Actually, my brother does not remember his dad at all. Like he has to see a photo, but even when he looks at the photos, he has no recollection. Because by the time my dad was passing away, he was like 4 years old, I think. So he has no memories. So when my dad passed away, my mom endured quite some tribulations from every corner. And it's so sad to say that most of these tribulations, most of these challenges, the problems came from the family, because it's very hard. Si mtu wa nje anakujanga kuleta, it usually just comes from
the close ones.
Exactly, the people closest to you. So I have seen my mom go through the worst. I have seen her go through everything. So when I started doing my research and then I came across your story, I was like, oh my God, because your story is very similar to my mom's story. And that's the reason for this conversation, because this organization is very unique. It's honestly the first time I've heard of an organization that caters for widows. So, Mom, I want you to take us through the inspiration around HP. Hope for Rural Widows Kenya. Let me say it like that. Yes, because you've mentioned a couple of things. You said you're an auditor.
Yeah.
Can I call it that? By profession.
Yeah. Accountant by profession.
Yes, but you did your career until you decided now it's retirement, and this is what I want to do for retirement. Why?
2009, July 4th, my dear husband passed away through a heart attack. Early morning, around 7 o'clock, rushed him to Nairobi Hospital. And by the time we got there, he was already gone, but we did not know. Taken through the process of his attestation and all that, but he was gone. And we sat there. My children who were around here that time sat with me in the hospital. We sat from the time we were told he's dead until 1 o'clock. I did not know what to do. And the journey started. And one, I didn't know I'm a widow. I thought I'm still a married woman like any other woman.
Yes.
And with my life, and I had not visualized. I thought I was close to my family, friends. I thought I had good social capital with everybody and all that. So I didn't expect. I thought I'm superhuman. I'll have a smooth transition. Oh, to me, it started from that morning, 1 o'clock. I remember I was asked, where do we take Dad? And I said, the funeral home in Nairobi Hospital. And somebody makes a call and says, she has said funeral home. And he was told to tell me to take my husband to Shiromo because it's cheap. So when I heard cheap, I went to Basak. And it still annoys me because at that moment I didn't see how value, money, or anything mattered to me. But I didn't know I've started now. That's the basic, the beginning of my. And we went on and we went on. We still think, we didn't know that things are going to be that bad. By that time, my firstborn was in Canada doing a master's. The secondborn had finished her master's. Thirdborn had finished his first degree. And my lastborn was in Form 3. Of course, many challenges so for those stages, financial and all, which maybe I'll get back to. So I went with the journey. We buried my husband, and the challenges, and they come in small doses. Then we finished and all. And then now, people changed. Not friends. Friends, you see now, no one wants to associate with you because you are a woman particularly. And the notion is women cannot support themselves. The married women can only be supported by their husbands. So when you call a relative who you are very close, who you ate, you drank, you shared life with all of them, you see them shying away. But that is really not critical because these are outsiders. Until we got home and you hear somebody tell you, you have killed your husband, we taken to court. We have gone through so much. We have been arrested at any particular arrested. We have gone through more than 6 court cases. At the moment, there are still 3 more in court as we speak. We have gone through the Ameru. We come from Meru. The Ameru, Njolincheke for 1 full year and a half. I was taken there, and my parish priest told me, Christine, go and answer. I know what they are looking for. I didn't know where I come from. I'm married from a different area of Meru, not from where I am now. So I didn't know about Njolincheke. So he told me, just go and answer so that you understand. You don't give them an opportunity. And they supported. The beauty of it is my family, besides my close members of the family, supported us 100%. The community, 100% support. 100% support. The church. My husband church, my church. I am Catholic, he is Methodist, and anybody around us supported us. And that is the strength that I had in my rural home area. But my sisters-in-law, whom we thought will stand with us, I cannot even explain because it is just beyond. Land has been taken away from us, our property, house that we had constructed, anything, abuse, and anything you can mention, verbal, almost physical. My workers have been battered and whatnot. So when I was taken to court, I was in the police station every day of my life, going to report. My workers have been beaten. Report. The next day, my friends have been chased away from my compound. I go to report. So one day I went to the police station after. Then the policeman told me, Ma'am, why can't you help these widows here? You look strong. You don't look both hard. Because, okay, I don't get rattled very easily. I'm able to rationalize what to do strategically without being negative, not without being hostile. I mean, cool. Because I know silence is a weapon.
True.
So I used my silence and what I've studied in my life as a tool to help me to navigate that process of negativity.
Yeah.
And I knew the minute I broke down, that is exactly what they want, to break me down. So I refused to break down. And I focused myself to be a strong woman because I had children in school. They all want my support.
Yeah.
By the time my husband passed on, my firstborn, who was in Canada, wanted to go to Britain to do something. And she told me, Mom, I am going to come home. I said, no.
Yeah.
You continue. I imagine she'll say, I did not do well because my father died.
Yeah.
So I said, no, I will not listen to that one. And I fought. It wasn't easy from Canada to transit to
UK.
UK is a very expensive country.
It is. I have heard the stories.
So, but God was with us and she was able to finish. She did her PhD and did very well, exceptionally very well, and we are very proud of her. So now, the issue here now, that policeman, that day we found that the husband had just passed on. She was crying there with the children. She has been expelled by her relatives, her brother-in-laws. She had all her children in the police station. Everything had been stripped from her. So he told me, why can't you help her? So the idea came up, but it didn't crystallize. Then I thought, any time I went, I found widows there. Every time I went, I found widows in the police station. So I said, no, I'll do something. So I invited, I didn't know, because I lived all my life in Nairobi. So I called my relatives told them, can you help me bring up the widows around here? I talked to them. So they came around 20 the first day. And we had a chat. And then we agreed to start a kind of support system. So 2016, when we started the issues of going to court, we had orange T-shirts written Daughters of Hope. And they would take me to court around the 20th of all the 20, the 3 ladies, including myself in my uniform. And it would go very early in the morning strategically, so that by the time others came in, the court is full, because you know they are very small courts. The court is full with us, our orange T-shirts. Passing a message to the judge, make a mistake, we are here. So the first day when we sat and my case finished, and we all came out. The judge said, what has happened? He was so shocked because you see everybody else left. So but I was passing a message to him because of the corruption that we have in the system and all that. I wanted him to know we have a strong team and we will fight. Not that I knew that time what fight I'm going to do, but I knew I'll fight a winning battle by doing things not the way other people did, by bribe, because I said, I know I'm on my right, because if I buy land and you want to take it, why do I bribe you so that I don't...
You don't take it away,
You don't give it to the other person. If I'm arrested, I'm told I stole my father-in-law's land, who steals their father-in-law's land? So which court will approve that kind of a situation? So the message is, you be strong. I realize I have to be very strong, and I've been very strong. And I promised myself I'll never cry, because sometimes it was hectic, but I promised myself to be strong, and I was strong, and I'm still very strong. And so that's the birth of now Hope for Rural Widows Kenya. We registered a CBO as Hope, Daughters of Hope. in Kimeru is Ariba Weregero, the girls who have hope. Hope of a better future. Hope of resilience. Hope of supporting one another. Hope of supporting ourselves economically and all. So I looked at it, and I chose the colors of orange that time because I know orange gives you strength. It talks about hope. It gives you are a strong woman, so you are not just a weakling, because even color matters a lot.
That's true.
So that's how the birth of hope, hope for rural widows started with the Daughters of Hope. Then eventually, all through the struggles and all, I felt now I need to do it as a full-time passion, because it's actually still a passion. And I was able to see the pain that the widows go through. We started with 23, and over the years, we have around almost 150 with us in Tigania West, in Meru County. We have a group in Lunga Lunga, which we started in December, and
Lunga Lunga here in Nairobi.
And we have another group in we visited Sedoripe in Samburu County. With their own challenges. We were there last year. We are still organizing to have a strong team there also, due to distance and all. There are other challenges. But we are planning to go to Kenya.
Every part of the country.
Every county of this country to give hope. Yes.
So, Mom, so the 150 women that you've mentioned are now part of Hope for Rural Widows. That includes the ones in Samburu and in Nairobi. That is just for Meru. So, how many women are in the organizations? Are in the organization right now?
Now, the ones in Lunga Lunga, I'm not counting them because they have not registered their own group.
Okay.
Until they register, that's when. But it started. It's running. They have been there, and Lunga Lunga in Seriolipe we have around 30. Yes.
Okay. So how does Hope for Rural Widows Kenya identify these women that are in need in the different communities?
Now, for the ones in our community in Meru, we know the widows. The church knows the widows. The policy we have for the other areas where we do not have direct contacts is go through the church. Because we know the church will not say, I'm a widow.
That's
true. You must bring your husband's death certificate. So that we are able to, and you come through a certain church. We don't just accept anybody who doesn't have a church, because there are other things that we do that shows that a widow who does not go to church, it's very difficult to manage. So we always recommend, please go to a church. We don't have an issue whether you go to a Muslim church or a mosque. You don't go to it is church. It is being in the relationship with God. Not religion, not wars of the it's because we have a common goal. We are all widows, irrespective of the education, irrespective of you are who. You may be the wife of the minister, you'll be the wife of the president. When you are a widow, you are a widow. And the challenges that every widow goes through are the same. The challenges of widows, the main one is loneliness, discrimination, loss of property, your rights being violated right, left, center, by anybody feeling they want to violate your rights. And so for Hope for Rural Widows operated from 2016 to 2022. Then I realized when I'm up country, my job is to talk. They come early in the morning to tell me their challenges, their children, the drugs and what, and beaten and whatnot. So I ask myself, am I helping these widows?
Yeah.
Am I helping them? So we started now a man visionary youth group for the orphans.
Oh, okay.
So that we...
The children of now the widows.
Yeah, the children of the widows. So that we can try to elevate the challenges. Because you cannot help me and I go home and I find my son with challenges. And even if I'm happy, I will go back to the same state of mind I was when I left my house.
That's true.
Or I will be here dancing. And then I am still remembering my son at home.
Back at home, yes.
I'll find him who has taken alcohol, drugs. So I ask myself, how can I do to help?
So you started the youth organization. But just before we get to the youth organization, I'd like you to elaborate just a little bit further about what Hope for Rural Widows Kenya does exactly for these widows. So, for example, you've identified a widow through the church. Church amesema, hapa, there is a woman who needs your help. They come to the organization. What happens once they join the organization?
Yeah. Once you join the organization, now we have A, B, and C groups. We meet, the first bit of it is counseling. And we meet once a month. We meet once a month.
Yeah.
Now, because we are many, we don't have enough space to meet all of us together. We tried it together and it was chaotic. We succeeded, but it was chaotic. Yeah. So we have groups of 50-something, and 60, so that we have impact on the smaller numbers.
Yeah.
For that once a month, we deal with, when they come, like now on 8th, we have a meeting for Group A. They come, by 12, they are seated. We offer tea, mandazi, and karibuni for mandazi and chapati, and we make pilau for them. And we make sure they take enough tea as they wish, and they eat mandazi as they wish.
As many as they want.
Because this day is a day to relax. It's a day, and why rural? The emphasis on rural. Yeah. The widow in Nairobi, in the urban centers, is not the same as the rural widows. The challenges, the poverty,
be different.
Different. Very low education, because I think we have around, now all of them, I think we have around 5 or 6 teachers and 1 nurse. All the others are, we have a profile, it does the profiling, Alvin does the profiling of them. No formal education, no formal education, no formal. You know, the day they were doing I was wondering, where is this? Where am I? Because where I come from, at least tumesoma kidogo.
Yes.
Standard 8, tumefika no formal education, class 3, class 2, you know, that kind of situation. So you can imagine now, they have never been exposed to anything. They have been only exposed to a lot of poverty. They have been exposed to a lot of negativity. They have been exposed to so much that they have even given up. So when they come, we make their life slightly better. That day we say, it's okay. We may not change their lifestyle. But they socially, they'll come, they eat, start with tea and mandazi. Pilau is ready when it is after dancing. Of course, we pray, we read the Bible, because it's about prayer and thanking God for our lives and sharing that man's issues that are, what has happened to my life this last 1 month. My child beat me. my neighbor did this to me. My brother-in-law did this to me. There's so many things. So they come and debrief themselves. And we dance. And we dance. And we sing. And we praise God that they don't even want to go home.
Yeah.
So the other thing that I did is to ensure that we have uniform so that it doesn't matter who you are anymore. When you come in,
you're all equal.
We are equal. Hata mimi niko nayo. And I don't, and if you don't wear the uniform, come with the 50 shillings.
Kuna fine.
Yes. Explaining why. So that we are equal, all of us. And it has really helped. Because at the beginning, you could see even ourselves discriminating on ourselves. Yeah. What other people are doing for us, we are doing the same to ourselves. So we insisted now on it. I insisted on the uniform. And so that day is for just socially interacting with one another. And of course, asking for support from one another. Then that one day we do a merry-go-round. We get people to come and talk to them. Anybody who has something to tell them. We get widows, they come talk from other areas to those who have gone through, to tell them, do not worry, you are not alone, and you'll make it. Give them hope. Yeah. We bring counselors. Then we also have medical camps, so once or twice a year, depending on how it works, where we come only to be screened and talked to and exchange and all that. Yeah. So that so it is literally a day to listen with one another and share our lives. And when we do merry-go-round, we help them to think. Everybody gets, including me, 1,100. We raise, the merry-go-round is only 100 shillings. So because we are around 50 something, you'll get around 5,700 each group, or 5,000, because some will not be able to pay that 100. Yeah. So at least we have 5,500 most of the time with. So 1,000, so 5 people will go with 1,100. Ukikuja tuambie ulinunua kakuku, kuku moja ni 200 to improve our economic situations. Yeah. So we encourage, of course not all of them do that, but we encourage them to do that. And we train them. Yeah. So that is that one day now that we deal with, and they leave at their leisure. Even if they want to leave at 6, they leave at that day. And then we pray for one another. We have prayer sessions. So now when at the every end of the month, now like 8th, the group that will be there on 8th will be returning prayers. So we do, the names are written, they're put on the table.
Then you pick.
Yeah,
and that's the person you're praying for.
Aende umuombe. Mwisho ya mwezi.
Acha tuhold kidogo juu hiyo ndege ipite.
Mwisho ya mwezi una return the prayer. And the prayer is with the pomp, not just unanipea ka gift.
Oh, okay. So returning the prayer comes
with a present.
Yes.
And you dance for your friend.
Oh.
Unaenda unamchukua pali yako, unamuleta, unamwimbia na wengine wanakusaidia. Alafu mnaenda round, mnaimba, mnafurahia one another. So we finish till we finish. So it's a day full of a lot of activity.
Oh, wow. It's just a day to celebrate each other.
A day to celebrate each other. Yeah. A day to thank God for giving us that day, giving us our families. Yeah. We pray for families. We pray for many things within us, and for sharing. And we share a lot.
Oh, wow. I like that. Because when you mentioned, earlier on, you mentioned that one of the biggest challenges a widow faces after they lose their husband is loneliness. Yes, so I can just imagine a day, such a day for them is such, you go home very happy.
They go home
You go
happy.
home having forgotten all your troubles, and problems and whatnot. And
And
you're actually re-energized for the next 1 month.
They wait
For that day.
for that day. It's a very important day.
I can imagine, Mom, because right now as you speak about it, I'm just thinking about my mom back in the day. If she had such a group of women to just come and, to just hang out with, hata tusiseme ati ni maneno mingi, because you, as in from explanation, you're not expected to come and do much. No, you're expected to come eat, drink and make merry.
And
thank God.
And I don't ask them to pay. Because the minute you ask them to pay,
then it becomes
a biashara.
Yes.
And then they will not want to come. If Nairobi nitawaambia walipe wako na pesa, but huko 100 shillings, you do not know what 100 shillings can do. If I break it down for you, you'll be shocked.
Mom, let me tell you, I can relate. All these stories, I can relate with you. Because I remember when, this is a story my audience knows, because I've told it before. When my dad passed away, my mom was a housewife. So she had been a housewife up until the day my dad passed away. So when after the funeral, he's buried, my mom has 4 children that she needs to fend for. Na nini? Anakanga kwa nyumba. Hana kazi. So pesa zinaanza kutoka wapi? I remember her first job was as a kanjo worker kwa soko hapo nyumbani, Kifiregwe. Tumetoka pande ya Kifiregwe, Kirinyaga County. And she would go sweep the market, because we obviously, of course, every village has the local market. She would go sweep the market and she'd be given 200 shillings for that day. And I know how much. Now you know. Now I can relate when you say about 100 shillings. Because that 200 shillings was like gold.
And it means you eat and they even have for tomorrow and the next day.
Exactly, yes. So I do understand my mom when you say 100 shillings. So you mentioned that you do offer them training. Yes. And you mentioned there are 6 teachers?
Who are members
of
the group.
Oh, who are members of the group.
Who are members of the group.
Mm-hmm. So
who are broken.
Yes.
If I give you the story of one of them, the first day we met, we had a counselor. A lady had asked, my daughter had given me someone gave me someone to come and do counseling for us, because we will only go for people who are giving it free. So she came and talked to them. Even her, unprofessionally, she cried that day. The lady told us, why are you calling us widows? What is the word widow? I don't want to hear. And she started screaming that we should remove the word widow. You can see the trauma she had. Everybody calls me a widow. What is a widow? She felt like it's something that is so negative that it should be removed from even existence in the books. And we cried, all of us, of course. We cried and we cried, but we cried that day. Actually, the first meeting, the official meeting, was for crying. And we all cried, plus the counselor. Now she's a widow, she understands. She tells me now is when she's resonating with us. So you can see the trauma we have gone through. There are some who have never had someone to talk to them properly, or giving them even food, to give them food. They have to struggle to have even that cup of tea. That's why we say, then they come, make us so much tea.
And pilau and mandazi.
And put it there. For them that day, let there be just to relax. They know they are not coming to be told, you are not coming in because you have not paid.
Yes.
You'll be asked to pay for, if you come late, you'll be paid for 20 shillings.
Yes.
If you don't have uniform, you
50
pay
shillings.
50 shillings. And you have to pay 100. But not to give it to me. It is to share back to you all of you. And I said, some people tell me, why don't you charge? They do not understand the importance of not charging them money for the food they eat. Because the minute you do that, now if I don't have the money now for the food we are going to eat, so I don't go.
Yes, because I didn't contribute.
So we do not charge for that.
And I love what you said, Mom, at the beginning, when you said the first thing that you do when these women join is counseling.
Yes.
Because I can't see why it would be very important for someone to go through that process first before anything else that is going to
Very
follow.
important.
So when you mentioned the training, what are you training them for? Any soft skills?
Yeah, now that we have talked about the social
Yes.
bit of it, which also comes with a lot of training with many other things. Because we do even training on, like now we have graduated, we are doing even training on value addition. We are training them on financial matters. We are training them on how to keep your health.
Yes.
We have people to come talk to them about keeping yourself clean. Because we are all women, we know our challenges. So we need someone to talk to us. Because we find women have a lot of challenges. As mothers, as girls, and all that. So we have now, that day now, is for that, that is what we do. Then another day in the month, we have economic empowerment.
Okay.
Yes. Economic empowerment, where we have table banking, where we are also trained on how to invest. We have partnered with a number of institutions. I don't know whether it's right for me to mention them.
It's okay, you can mention them.
Yeah, we have partnered with an organization that deals with table banking in Kenya, and they are very professional. And they helped me now because we were saving 50 shillings per month for table banking and 100 for merry-go-round. So 50 shillings. And that 50 shillings we were not getting. So after many years, I got frustrated. An accountant, I will get frustrated. 50 shillings.
In a whole month.
In a whole month. And now I can't push them, tell them so much, because you see, I'm supposed to be like them. So I cannot push hard because and I can understand their background. So I got frustrated, so I looked for this Joyful Women, and they came and trained us. Surprisingly, now the minimum is 200 shillings. Minimum.
Oh, wow.
Minimum they save now is 200 shillings.
For table banking.
For table banking. To 2,000.
Oh.
Yes, per month.
From the 50 shilling that was missing.
And I used to pay for them most of the time. Mommy, I don't have, I will refund you.
Nah, refund itakuja.
But you see.
Yes.
So from 50 to 200 to 2,000. Some people save 2,000
every month. Oh, wow.
And even more.
Oh, wow.
Some people have.
Yeah.
And it is from, I've told you, we only have 5 teachers. The teachers can't even match these ladies. They have graduated to self-reliance and grown to be able to know, to understand. And the table banking, our table banking actually is one of the best. I'm very proud of it because at the end of the year we get dividends. Your savings is still on. You get dividend, you get bonus. The dividends, the highest last year, December, got 18,000.
Oh, wow.
Dividends.
That's good money.
It's very good money.
Yeah, it's very good money.
And your savings is still on. That we have policies that if you pass on, your daughter can join and continue for you, for the family. Your son can continue with that. If you don't want to continue, you can withdraw the investment of your mother and you go to help yourself. We have also insurance. We pay for insurance, 20 shillings per month.
So this is for health insurance?
No, that is another story. For insurance for the investment. Let's say you pass on and you have a loan, because now we are getting loans in the table banking of between even 50,000 now people are getting from the table banking. Group A, we have 5 groups for table banking out of and I can see them growing. So if you get a loan of 50,000 and you pass on, that's money lost.
Yeah.
So we pay 20 shillings each one of us, so that invest as an insurance, so that in case you pass on, then
you're able to.
they'll pay the
loan on
the
your
loan
behalf. Yes.
on your behalf. And then now your investment, the parent, the next of kin will get that one. So it helps us a lot too. Otherwise, I'm very proud of the table banking and the training on a regular basis on investment, because on the excesses, we train them on the excesses of where can we save, where can we invest.
Yes.
So we have a platform now where we borrow money. Some have bought cows, others have bought dairy goats for milk.
For milk, yes.
Because it's easy, the older people, it's easy for them to keep a goat than a cow, because to look for the leaves for the goat is easier. You don't need a big load.
Than
and
the cow.
You sell milk for goats. I used to sell a lot of money when before mine died, all of them. I used to sell a lot of milk for goat milk, and that's what they take. They make it so they are sustainable.
Yeah.
They are sustainable. They are able to take care of themselves. They'll take tea, they'll take milk, they'll sell a little, they'll give to their friend, they'll give to their grandchildren.
Yeah.
So they are independent.
Yeah.
And that is what our mission is, to make them independent.
Yes. That's the main goal, yes.
Independent, socially, economically,
mentally as well.
And mentally. And that's what. So it's we train. Now we are in the level, as I said, of value addition. The older ones are doing ropes. You know ropes?
Yes.
And because they will just sit.
Anafanya tu maneno yake kama ametulia.
Anakuja. There's another day, the lady, one of the oldest, came and she went home with 1,200.
Oh wow.
Yes.
From selling the
ropes today, we have not even gone outside.
Yes.
To selling to ourselves.
Yeah. And the ropes you're talking about ni kama zile za ng'ombe.
Za saizo, yeah.
Yes.
Za saizo.
Yes.
Za ng'ombe, goats, nini na ni rulo.
Yeah.
Tunabebanga sisi ni watu wa kubeba beba.
Kutumika wa kila kitu.
Kwa kila kitu, ya kufunga mbuzi, ya kubeba mizigo, and it's never enough. Now there are 3 or 4 doing it. And that's, for me, that's my best day. Another one is doing some carabashes. She's 85. She brings they are sold in the group. Now
she's 85 years old.
Yes.
Actually, who's the youngest member? Like, what's the 25, age group for the women?
25 to 90 something.
90 something?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow. It's really something.
So then we also have some of 1 or 3 who are doing in the Polytechnic. We have sponsored them to go to the Polytechnic so that they can
further their studies. What are they doing? What are they studying in the Polytechnic?
One is doing, some are doing tailoring, others are doing hairdressing. Yeah.
Okay.
We were encouraging them to do masonry and all, they refused.
But it's better okay. It's better when you choose what
good.
It is that you want to do.
I am good because it's not me. If it were me, I would do masonry.
Yes.
Yeah, and the plumbing and all that. Yeah. So that is actually what we do on once a month. So for us, we are engaged at least 3 Saturdays of the month. If there's no training, and 1 day for table banking. The day for table banking, we start from 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock because there are 5 groups, and the supervisor is from Joyful Women. She comes from Mertown to come purposely to do the table, keep the records right, not me keeping the records because it was getting overwhelming for me. And she supervises. They are well trained, very exceptionally, very well trained. So for me, that's the biggest success for me is that one, table banking,
the table banking,
and the training that we are undergoing. So Besides that now, we have introduced those who are younger ones, some younger ones, some bits of training. There's two whom we took to do, we paid to do a course. I don't know how effective it is, but they did a course on, just to expose them on volunteering.
Oh, okay.
Because I do a lot of work. I do not have staff. I do a lot of work on the volunteers. Even my boys here are volunteers.
Yes. Amesema ni
around 18.
KYM wa mom.
Yes. We have, if I count all of them, they turn up to be around 18 who support me in whatever that I do. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's
and
good.
they all give themselves for free.
For free.
Not even a
Not
shilling.
expecting anything in return.
Because there's nothing to give.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
then that now is, we have also introduced, we work with very many other partners. We have a group called the Nicola Energy. They are helping us to start small kitchen gardens using hydroponic. It's still on the research level.
Yeah.
And already one equipment for that has been given to one of our homes. And it's still being worked on so that they can have, if it works, those who can manage that process, then that organization can donate that hydroponic. They are also doing precision farming, trying to see how they can help them to use current methods of farming to be able to produce enough food. So it's a whole process, and we work a lot with the partners. Yes. That is now for the widows.
Yes. So now tell us a bit more about the youth organization. What's the name of the youth organization again?
Maybe let me say something before that.
Yes.
About the widows.
Yes.
We also celebrate Mother's Day, a day of pomp. When we love that. Cake and all. If it doesn't, don't worry about the cake. The way it is baked. They say Alvin or Paul who bakes. We don't. And they get very excited.
Yes.
So we celebrate Mother's Day. We also celebrate International Widows Day.
Oh, there's International Widows Day.
Yes. Yes, 23rd of May.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Now I know. I've learned something new today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is there.
What did you do? Just for fun. What did you do the last Mother's Day?
This
Tell
one
us.
I did not. Mother's Day?
Yes.
Cake. Baked by Mushoin. Yeah. When they danced. And there are videos where they dance and they were very excited about it.
Yeah.
Some of them have never known there is something like Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So they had that day. So it's a new learning. Then we also celebrate Christmas. Christmas is a very special day for us. We normally go outside our location.
Oh.
And hire a place where we go. Early in the morning, we hire buses to go there. They pay their transport because it's always good if they contribute.
Yes.
But the food and we give them a gift because we say, though they laugh, they tell me, Mommy, see, me, my husband has never bought me even a dress. How can you tell me that you are buying me a gift because my husband died? I think many women will want their husband to die so that they join their gifts. So we buy them gifts. Like in December, we bought them blankets. This year also we are buying them blankets because there are more now. We were very few that time. Now we are very many, so that all of them now can be equal. Previously we have given kikois and different kikois, different something to do with a woman.
Yes.
Yeah. So. And they eat. That's another day for eating properly. And they eat things that they have never eaten
before.
Sausage, what is this?
Yeah.
And all that kind of stuff. And getting out of their home to a place outside there. It's a beautiful thing. Then we call people to talk to them. Last December, we had a lawyer who came and talked to them about their rights. We have partnered with one of them who does supporting them in succession.
Yeah.
At just a cost of the legal fees, the government fees only. They pay for themselves that only, the 10,000. Then he does that, and he comes, he talks to them, and if we have challenges, we also go to see him with the widows. Otherwise, for the widows, so I think that can do. Then we go to our children, the youth, and the main challenge. It's easier to deal with the grown-ups than with the youth. When we started, we were more than almost 100. The expected mom has been given money by someone is going to give us money. She has money to give us. So when they came to hear that they are the ones to look for the money, and they sell too much drugs and abuse and alcohol, bangi and all that. Very low levels of education. A lot of idleness. I think it's common in all the communities. You find our youth just seated down on the marketplaces, on the road and whatnot. So, and they are my children. So we started with them, and we started a youth group, which is still running to 2022. Yeah, September 2022. And mentoring them. And we will talk to them. We realize the very low levels of education.
Yeah.
And we continued mentoring them, talking to them, bringing people to talk to them about what can they do. What can you do?
Yes.
What can you do to improve yourself? Where are you now at the moment? Where do you want to go? And that's why we are called Amani. We're preaching for peace and vision, visionary, preaching vision, that we should all have vision. We should all have a vision. We should all have a vision. We should all always, we normally tell them, we meet every Saturday at 7 o'clock. We have also table banking. We have merry-go-round. We have welfare also.
Okay.
And a lot of training and a lot of mentoring, a lot of people coming from different areas. And Alvin is one of our members for that, and a few other members, so that they can motivate them and talk to them. And we have one teacher who has been very dedicated to supporting them, and every day. And we have a football club for the youth, for both girls and boys.
Yes.
Very exciting. So every alternative Saturday, we have football and volleyball. And we, all of us, the youth, I'm also a youth. The youth go to the field. Thank God I'm good at walking. So when they are kicking the balls, I am walking with my girls who don't want to lift their legs.
Yes.
Hey, country, up country, up country. They are not. They don't want to exercise. So we help. We know the value of exercise to the youth. And out of all that, I'm a board member of a number of schools, both the polytechnics around. So I saw the challenges in within the polytechnic. You find the trainees are between 10 years, polytechnic. So which school, which class do they end?
Yeah.
Class 3, class 2, class 1. So then of course there are challenges, so I worked very hard to leave to make it operate, because we had only 8 pupils. Yeah. And I had to go to schools, go to churches, plus the youth now. We use the youth to do a lot of work. We used to go, one group goes this church, this one goes to the other church to talk about our polytechnic.
Yes.
And we were able to recruit from 80 to 150.
Oh, wow. From 8 to 150.
Yes.
Hey, that's a good number. In the 2 years?
That was only actually one term.
Oh.
Of the beginning of
The
2023.
beginning. Oh, okay.
And then as a committee, we also changed a bit of the rules, and we gave free education, no other charges extra. And these charges come because of corruption, not that they actually needed, because the government gives a lot of money, 15,000 per pupil for running, but they want money. Then there's also bursaries. They come, you get the bursary.
Oh.
So my main job is to ensure everybody has filled up a bursary form for the governor and for the MP. So they get around 80 to 10,000 extra. So literally, that way now nobody will ask you for more money.
So they study for free. Whatever course you want to do, you do it for free. Completely free of charge.
Free. And if they are told to buy food, because they eat food, the ones we have sponsored 18 of our
the
youth.
150, yes.
18 our members of the youth. We buy them desk coats, T-shirts to make them different. We buy them also uniform. So that they can remain in school, because you have to buy yourself a uniform. So.
Oh, wow, that's really good. What's the age group for the youth group, the Amani group?
The patron is, I think, 35. Yeah, around 35. The others are around 20. Yeah, very strong young people. And indeed, the whole process, and because I'm also a board member of the primary schools around, leadership issues and all that. So my school next to my house had 450 before when I joined as a board member. Now they are around 300. So what is eating them?
Yeah.
So I noticed the biggest problem, and now with the profile of the youth and the profile of the teacher, of the widows, I realized the same cycle is still repeating itself. So the problems are on the grassroots. The parents are not concerned. The teachers are not concerned. The community is not concerned. The leadership is not there even existent. They are there in the salaries, they get salaries, but the effect is not felt.
Yeah.
So as the youth group, we took up a responsibility to make sure wakimaliza class 8 tunajua walienda wapi.
Okay.
Tunawafuata mpaka kwa nyumba zao. With the police, we look for the police, they go with us, plus the committee members for the primary schools, plus ourselves, and follow the children until we make sure if you can't go to secondary school, you have gone to the polytechnic.
Yes.
To see whether we can improve our community. If you say no, the parents is arrested. If you get married, we come for you. Yes. So it's our youth are doing great. Then we have a mentoring program for the youth. And we have been operating with the 15. We started with the 5 schools. Then we went to 11. Now we have 15. We also visit the schools, those 15 schools. We give them gifts. We have 3 flasks. I'm a mother, so I only think about food.
Yes.
3 flasks. A big one, medium, and small. So whoever will be number 1
gets the biggest.
The big one.
Yes.
If number 2, get
the middle one.
Yeah. Number 3,
the small one.
Small
yes.
one.
Yeah.
And now we also have trophies. So out of now all the schools, now the 15 schools, they have them in their school as we speak, so that at the end of the year they will give we have a prize giving day.
Yes.
So that we all meet in the field and
people are awarded.
Awarded.
Yes.
And then we have cash incentives. If you get more than 300, you get 200 shillings.
Oh.
It's beautiful.
It's very beautiful, yes.
If you get over 350, you get 300. If by any chance you get 400, you get 400. If you are number one in mathematics, out of all the 15 schools, you get 500 for the 5 subjects.
Yes.
Each subject get 500, whoever is number one. The teacher, where that child got the highest, gets 1,000. And there's a trophy, the most improved trophy, the highest mini grade, that's the biggest trophy. Then each subject gets, where the school which got that subject the highest marks, gets the trophy to take home for mathematics, the science, and all that.
All the different subjects. Wow,
subjects.
these are very good. It's a very good way of incentivizing them.
Then we go to their schools. When we are giving those gifts, we give them in January, so that and we leave them there in the school in a carton, so that we tell the teachers to tell them their gifts are there in the staff room.
They're
so
just waiting
just
for you to
get
bid.
it.
Yes.
It's waiting for you.
Yeah.
And the cash prize will be there. So that day when we talk to them, we mentor, we go once a term, we talk to the children, we synthesize the value education, and we go with the youth in their uniform, we talk to them, and encourage them. And mentoring them particularly to start understanding the value of education by them identifying what career would they want. Of course, we do it in a very simplistic manner. Ask them what they are put in a hall or in the outside there in the assembly. Who wants to be a president? Can you aspire to be a president? You see that kind of, who wants to be a doctor?
They put
who wants to be this? Who wants to be that? So they start thinking at an early stage that they are not just there to be taught A, B, C, D. They are there so that because of a future, that vision that we are talking about, and we also encourage them to write a small vision. If you decide to be a teacher, please be writing in the morning in your book, I want to be a teacher. Then you fight for it to be a teacher. And we pray that it will actualize.
Yes, eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
So now, have you seen any changes in school attendance since you started this program for awarding students?
Yes, we have seen a lot of change. We have seen when we have the prize giving day, you hear the results. I was not doing well, but because the teachers also compete, because they are looking for that 1,000.
Yes.
Yeah. And the schools compete because they want to get that trophy to take it home.
For the best performing school and student. In the best main grade.
So that is, of course, it's a very short period because it's 2022, 2023. Now this only then the confusion has come in. You see, CBC
844, yes.
844. So now we are still struggling now. What is the way forward? Everybody is struggling to understand what will happen now. So that, but we are still there. We are still soldiering on. And you're doing a good job, Mom. Yes. So as we conclude, because I feel like this conversation, we can talk for hours and hours. I want to go back to the youth group. Any success stories that you can share with us? I know you've only been in operation for maybe now going 2 years by September this year. Yes. Can you share any success stories? A young girl who had finished Form 4 and got married. I don't know where she came from, but I know she just knew she was just married in our community there. Yeah. And we encouraged the mothers, us now the widows, to take care of the babies when their daughters-in-law go to school. And there are 2 who accepted. The other said, me, I can't do that. It's not my job. So the lady worked so hard. in December 2023, she did grade 3. And she passed. And now she'll do grade 1 and grade 2 together, joined together.
Oh.
An effort, resilience, and a lot of determination.
Yes.
To me, that's a big success. And we have 5 mothers who will still give me nightmares, but they are there. Young girls, they're in the polytechnic. They go to class with their children. So we had to create a loophole. How will they learn with their children?
Yes.
Because their mothers in love refuse to take care of the children. There's no school around there that has a playground. So the teacher agreed. They go for one course, all of them. They do tailoring. They do it in the afternoon when the others have finished. When the others go for games, then they go to learn now with their babies, because you see they can't mix the babies and everybody. So they come and learn at that time. In the morning they are busy doing their work at home. Then at 2 they are back in class.
Okay. Oh, wow.
And they are finishing in December.
Yeah.
So to me, even whatever
success
happens to
stories,
me, it's a big success. And then out of that, we had, I do not know whether to call it a success story, but it's a success story. We had a big mentoring program in March where we partnered with a group of people. Alvin is looking at me because he thinks I'm one. I was looking at him to see whether he's going to approve, because mentioning names is a bit tricky. Yeah, partnered with the Kubamba. You know the Kubamba?
Kubamba TV, yes.
The Kubamba
TV, yes.
Yeah. And the other institutions, they have other partners, but they are the ones we are with on the ground. And we mentored more than 95 schools in Tigania West. For 2 weeks, we ran around Tigania West constituency, and every day they held 3 or 4 performances. And they gave the value of education, the value of life, and what is the importance of your life. Of course, them, the animation, but articulated it so well that you listen it with me as a mother, as a grandmother, as a community. And we went to all the schools, talking. One school could hold 3 or 4 schools together. We brought them. We partnered with our MP. We partnered with the Minister of Education, and they were all very supportive. So we talked to 14,000. 15,000. Okay. For me, that is critical. The other bit is something else, because when you get saved, that is your personal.
Yes.
Yeah, but 15,000 students. The value.
That's quite something. Yeah.
Of that, and they practically carried a dustbin and a valuable item, showing you if you are alive, if you are valuable, what do you do to be valuable, what do you do not to be valuable. And you are put, if you mention this, you are put in the dustbin. If you are, it's not value. If you are valuable, it's put into the valuable items. And that is your life. To me, that was the biggest.
That is a success story.
Success story. And my boys and girls who went with them for the 2 weeks, when we finished, they changed their lives. They have started doing the small businesses that they were doing. They have seen the value. To me, the biggest, and they even went back. They were not going to church. They even went back to church and gave me ideas on how I can help them.
Yes.
So to me, that was the biggest success.
Oh, wow. You've done some amazing things.
So
and some-
the other success is that we have also put houses for the widows.
Ah.
Yes,
These are the ones that have been probably been chased away from their homes.
yes.
Okay.
The old ones that are not able to
Yes.
help themselves. So for me, the success is to see them smile, go home happy. Not because they have eaten, they also eat in their homes. But that feeling of wanting to come, some 9 o'clock they're in my compound. 9 o'clock because they meet
In the
in
morning,
my house.
yes.
9 o'clock they are there, wondering, when are we starting?
Yes.
The old ones. A 90-year-old lady walking a distance of almost 5 kilometers to come and attend the meeting, to me it is a big success.
Yeah. That's a success for sure.
And there's a lot of success.
Oh, wow. Mom, I have one final question for you. Okay, two things to say before we wrap up. This one is for you personally. What can you say has been your biggest achievement leading Hope for Rural Widows Kenya? Like a personal, like this one is yours personally, nasema hii ni yangu. This is how I feel. After having done this for some years now, since 2016, right? Yes.
I have a lot of peace.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
To see they come and we try to resolve some of their issues. Not all, we can't. Because like advocacy
It's very hard work, yes.
But when they have faith in me, they have faith in what we do in Hope for the Widows. So for me, that peace, I sleep very well like a baby. Yeah, and I thank God for that. That I was able to start something that can give some solace, that can give confidence.
Yeah.
I'm already a broken lady, because when they come, they are broken.
I like that. I like that. That is a perfect answer to that question. And the final one, if you were to say something, give a word of encouragement, advice to that widow who's watching us now, what would you say? What would you tell them?
What I would tell my friends, my colleagues in this journey of widowhood, do not close yourself in your house. Have faith in God, because that's all we all start from that level.
Yeah.
And don't close yourself, because it's very easy for a widow to close yourself inside your house. Go out and hustle.
Yes.
Go out and fight for yourself, for your family. And they don't give up. The fact that your husband has gone does not mean you are not yourself anymore. Look for your own identity after the passing on of your husband. And you know for sure, if you are a believer, one day mtakutana na yeye. Akuuliza nikuachia this and that. What did you do?
Yeah.
I left you my children. What did you do with them? So fight for yourself and for your children if you have children.
Yeah.
And for yourself particularly, because you are an integrity by yourself. You are an individual. And love yourself.
Love yourself.
Love yourself. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Love yourself.
Very good. I like that. Because in your weeks, it all begins with self-love. If you love yourself, then you're able to share and spread the same with the people around you. Mom, you said something. This is the last bit. You said something. You said all these occasions where these women are coming together and you're feeding them and you're giving them something to eat and drink. And there's a lot, many other things that you do for these women. And you mentioned that you do not charge them.
Yes.
Mom, hiyo pesa ya kulisha watu chakula kila wakati inatoka wapi?
See, I hope we are not in camera. I tell you something. I tell you, ask those boys.
I ask the boys.
Yeah. They, yes, friends and family. Family. And those boys done wonders. Giving them their time, particularly.
Yeah.
Coming all the way to Meru. Taking me to Meru. They pick me, they drop me, because I don't drive anymore.
Yes.
Here.
Yes.
Here, no.
Hey.
Bring me here to make sure that I don't talk too much. To me, they really give me a lot of support. Yes. So it is the support that I literally get from my family and friends. Yes.
So, Mom, now I have since I also have a community, so you've seen my people.
Yeah.
We have a community here. What if we wanted to buy the next mandazi na maziwa ya chai na pilau ya the next gathering, the one on June 8th?
Wow.
Tunaweza nunuaje? Kuna M-Pesa pay bill, kuna...
Yes, there is.
Is it possible to share that M-Pesa pay bill with us now?
Yeah, the pay bill number is 247.
And then the account number is?
Is 328020.
328020.
Yes.
Awesome. Mom, in our small way, with my community here and the ones watching online, whatever tutatuma hapo, 5, 10 shillings, 20, 30, 1,000, yote ndio tuhakikishe the next time our women meet for a day of celebration, because I like that it is a day for them to just celebrate. They have enough pilau, they have enough mandazi, they have enough chai, na sasa haitatoka kwa mfuko yako, because you've done enough, at least with that.
Thank you.
Pia sisi, we play our small role.
We are honored.
Thank you.
And you are all welcome. Please come and talk to my women and hear from them, not from me, because I may be adding salt and sugar to put it together to make the mandazi, because that's what we use.
Yes.
So please come and see, and then come for one. And particularly, I would invite you to come for the Christmas party.
I would love to do that, Mom.
It's either
Tutapanga mapema.
Yeah, panga mapema. It's either on the 14th or 21st of December. We are going to confirm this because we plan early, because there's so much that goes around it. So when we confirm, I'll tell you. We invite you for that. You come and see and be able to share with us the joy of Christmas for our widows.
I love that.
And also because we would also love to go to the other communities, other counties, because we have something unique that we give. So we will need a lot of support from those counties, that we are able to be able to have another group in all those counties, so that we can share the joy of hope. Yes.
I love that. Mom, you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
All I pray to God is to continue giving you the strength to do what it is that you're doing for the youth, for the widows, for the community at large in the different parts of the country. And I pray that your prayer comes to pass, of expanding to every other region in Kenya.
That's why we are hope for the widows Kenya.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you for taking your time to have a conversation with us. And thank you to Grace. Mwambie nimesema shukrani zangu mingi kabisa. And as you go back to Meru, by the way, let me tell you, Mom was in Nairobi when I called Grace, telling her I would like to have a conversation with you. She told me, Mom is based in Meru, utaenda Meru. Nikamwambia, hey, Meru sasa naweza fika, yes, but we would need to make a bit of plans. We've seen it's a big team.
You're welcome.
Yes.
We will house you, all of you. We had you housed 20? 15.
Ah,
15.
so hata sisi ni kidogo.
Yeah.
So, but then she was like, but mommy is in Nairobi now. Let me talk to her and see, because you were about to leave the following day.
Yeah,
so I
leaving the
am
following
so
day.
grateful that you decided to,
Yeah.
stay in Nairobi a few more days so that you can have this conversation with us.
Thank you.
Asante sana. Ukirudi nyumbani, say hi to the women
Thank
and
you.
the young men and women.
Thank
And I hope to see you in December.
I need a time you come to Meru, you are welcome.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Mom.
Asante
And may
sana.
God bless you. May God bless you.
You too.
Asante
We
sana.
also pray for you
Thank
and for your amazing work.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you.
Young men,
Kazi mzuri.
vizuri. Asanteni.
Haya, thank you guys. Bye. Asante, Mom.